recording. Alright, so I'm going to make this. I'm talking to nobody. I'm going to make this ball play, I guess. I'm kind of inspired by Kathleen Royster, just because he came to our studio once and he made this beautiful ball play, and I tried it in her way and I failed miserably. And so I thought maybe I'll do a different way. But her stuff doesn't look quite like this. It's much refined. Mine just like whip it up there. Alright, so this is a 5-pound clay. So ideally, I'm going to have if you look at the ball, I'm going to have a little slightly curved. And I want to be about, this is 8 inches width. So I'm going to use that as a measurement. So I'm going to throw it in the ball. So what I want to do is open it up and pull it out and then create that flange. So center, 5-pound clay. So we'll off. And then go down. Leave about 3/4 inch. On the bottom, I'm going to open. I don't have a good place to. Alright, so this is kind of the bottom of my foot, so I'm opening it. Kind of up, right? Kind of like it. And then I'm going to use the rib that I make right in here. I'm going to use the round edges to compress. Yeah. So I need to align all the clay that I open it up, the compressions. So like that. Okay, when you do a compression, make sure that you don't, your rib, don't take 90-degree perpendicular with the wheel. You need a somewhat 45-degree, because if you take this, it's grinding your clay. But if you do this, it's compressions. So my job right now is aligning the wheel. Aligning the clay. So it's nice and smooth. I usually like to give a little more, like almost like hem, like a little random design. So I will do it like drag it really quickly and give a little variation right there. Yeah. So the bottom looks a little funky. Yeah. So now, remember I say, this is the width that I want. I don't use a ruler. I use my hand. My hand won't grow bigger. I know this is about 8 inches. So that means this is good, and I'm going to pull them out. That's a lazy way for people, yeah? I'm going to pull them out just like you do with the cylinder, yeah? I'm going to do it right here. I make it a little bigger right here. I'm going to bring them up straight. Okay, so that, right there. So that curve right there, I need to compress them. I'm going to use 2 rings. Okay. Because I would like to compress, if you can see, I would like to compress this area. But this area, if you notice, there's nothing support underneath. So therefore, I need to make sure I have something support outside. That's why they call it compressions. I'm going to go back. You can do it this way. I don't know how to hold it. I'm going to do it right here. And of course I didn't wear my glasses, so I can't see. I'm going to come back on, apply the pressure right here, because I want it a little flatter. Yeah. So that means from here to here, I still have that width. I like that. And then I'm going to bring the rest of it up inward. Right there. Okay. I'm going to create that little ledge, because like Kathleen Royster, that edges is thrown by a plate and a band of the cylinder and then put it on top. So it's a very nice, beautiful ridges. And I will have to fake it. So how to fake it? By now I'm pushing this line out and I'm gonna squeeze them in to create that. You see that? Mm-hmm. That is my faking line right there. Thank you for the inspirations. And I really want them a little bit more undulated. So again, this area looks pretty good. Inside looks pretty good. I'm gonna do that again. Maybe sometimes I just don't know what I want. So I change mine. Go back again. Ooh, little spin right there. Okay. Once I do that, and because her edges is really straight, and I really don't want to rip her off too completely, so therefore I'm going to try to make a little, I can use this. Okay, one more time. I'm going to slow down my wheel a lot. I slow down my wheel very, and I'm going to go ahead, apply my rib. Slow even more, even more, even more. I'm going to do, I'm going to draw on the surface right here. And then speed up again. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing right here. All right. And let's kind of give a little irregularity right on the surface. If you don't like it, go back again. One more time. Make sure your finger is support inside. You know, do that. And you can make that sound too. That's really fun. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead, looking for the edges. I'm going to push it out a little bit, make a little different undulated surface, get a couple little lumps, get it going. And then at the end, I always need to make sure my rim is kind of steady, okay? Like taper in there. So what I would do is I compress my finger. I tell my students I compress with the rim, and now this rim is so at same level. It's not dancing a lot. So I really want them to kind of move a little bit. So I'm just gonna make them irregular shape. So yeah, maybe that will work. And taper just the edges right here, slowly, boom, boom, and then compress. Yeah, so almost like that. I kind of taper it in because I'm thinking about two functions. I know right now this is very popular. This can use as a soup bowl, noodle bowls, or some kind of plate. But I also noticed that you can actually use this for flower arrangement by using this, you know, those wood stick right here, and then taper will hold down to the rib, and then that will be kind of fun. Anyway, so thanks for the inspirations, Kathleen Royster. I love you. This is a wonderful exhibition. Opportunity to see yours. Yes, and always make sure you cut. You turn off like that. I'm gonna cut it and let them dry. All right.